We are going to review the vice presidential debate of the US. I want to say that this is the best campaign debate anywhere, anytime, all over the world. It was so done well that I was taking time to believe that it really is happening. We find that in many such debates, it's become very bad. I remember 4 years ago, during the debate between Trump and Biden. By then, Trump was the sitting president, and Biden was a former vice president. Trump entered the debate knowing very well that Biden has a problem. The problem with Biden was and is Biden, just like me, we have problems that when we have decided to talk and you interrupt us halfway and whatever, we find that it takes us time. We even end up asking, by the way, before I was interrupted, where was I? And even when I'm told that you had talked about this and you had reached here, I will try to catch up, but the trail of thoughts will be so much changed that at the end of the story, I will not have passed the message to the best of my capability. At best, I end up with 80% of what I was doing. So people like Biden, kindly when he's talking something, don't interrupt him because he will lose his trail of thoughts. And that is how Trump was. I remember even one time, Biden even forgot that Trump is the president and tell him, can you shut up? You see, when you talk about the president, when you talk to the president and you do anything, who is still active as the president, you are careful with the way you talk. But when he annoys you as much as Trump had done, then you end up talking the way Biden did. Biden just told him, can you shut up? So, but we have to see that when they go to the debate, usually they have minders. They have people who coach them on how to handle things. They have even studied the opponent's characteristics, and they see that the best way to win a debate against him is handling this way and that way. But this current one, they were very, very gentle. They did it so well, and they broke the record. Once Kamala's running mate has a problem, two problems, which I must thank J.D. Val for not following that. Watts has two problems. Problem number one, in an argument, he is easily annoyed. And you know, when you are debating and you get annoyed, you lose your focus and you lose your supporters. So it is good that Vance did not take that. He did not take advantage of Nani's annoyance. He also, moods. He also never took advantage of confusing him, because if he would have confused him, he would have lost the trail of thoughts. So I must thank J.D. Vance for that. And as I said, both of them were very good and they kept It was positive, better than the presidential, better than any other debate I have ever seen. Both were reasonable, both were cordial to each other, whereby when when the other one talked of anything that was good, say my family has done this, my family has done that, my family has done this and that, the other one congratulated the other. I noticed that. Then there is also the other part where one would talk about a sad incident which connected to the to himself, and you'd find the other one a passing message of concern. Just like what said something about a shooting incident and whatever, and the person who was a victim, uh, the person who was a victim was hurt and whatever, and the other one told him, I wish him well. That was very good. Uh, the debate also improved the image of both of them. The debate improved the image of both of them because, for example, there are even occasions when we say America is the most developed, but even in America, you find that if an angel was standing next to me, you'd even not come next to me and say you'd rather go to hell. But we had about 12, I think about 12 instances where when one said something, the other said, I completely agree with you. I completely agree with you. And that one in a even in the so-called developed countries, especially America. I think Britain, I don't know, I don't think in Britain they usually hold any joint sessions. But in America, finding a situation where uh, you are praising the other one, you are agreeing with the other, it improved the standing between them. The images, they themselves, and the images, you find that both of them had high standing for neutral people and for international observers like you and me. But then our respectability went high from the way they did that. I found that J.D. Vance used a lot of time in attacking Hamala. Everything, oh, for the last 3.5 years, what has she not been doing for the last 3.5 years? He went there to attack Hamal. But Watts spent a lot of time explaining things and putting things to them. And Watts knew that he was not knew that although he was debating, but he was not debating. Watts knew that he Americans or the electors were watching. So he was talking to the electors. He was addressing to the electors. And you see, J.D. Vance was attacking Hamala. You know, Hamala is from, somebody was saying either she's an Isuha or an Idaho from Kakame. So that one, I did that. And then Vance also had selective amnesia. More than 4 times, he said, let the past be the past and we move on. He would say that, and then suddenly he would insist that Watts had left the military when his detail was to go to the war front. that one he remembered, and again he would also remembered that Watts had said that he was in a Tiananmen Square during the Chinese demonstration. Now, if you ask me, I'll tell you that those are very minor things and those are very personal things. But when he's asked about Springfield, about Haitians eating pets and dog, I mean cats and dogs, he said, if I have to lie so as to reveal a problem that is there of illegal immigration, then so be it. But then, are these Haitians kule askari yetu wako, are they illegal immigrants in Springfield? No, they are not illegal immigrants in Springfield. All of them have papers. You see, I think Trump and Vance should differentiate between legal immigrants and illegal immigrants. To them, they don't seem to know the difference. Now, what happened in Springfield is that there are some work that was started. There was some work that was started in some factories, casual work, of which the price, the salary, the local people could not stand that. So there was a lot of vacancy and only immigrants who came. And they were taken from Haiti to go to that, and they're legal and they do their work properly and they pay their tax as well. As for the matter of anybody eating pets, that is just something that was started, and even Vance himself has accepted that if he was to cook up a story so as to if he was to cook up a story so as to bring up problems about illegal immigrants, so be it. As I said, what was lucky, he didn't lose his temper, because, and that one I also thank J.D. Vance, because if it was anybody else, he would have used that opportunity. There are occasions when Vance was listening to things. First of all, to me, he resembled Richard Nixon. And the other thing is, if you look at his expression, facial expression, he reminds people of kina Mama Kayai, Mzee Pembe. He looked like a cartoon to me. I also noticed that these people have placed themselves so well. They have placed themselves so well as future candidates. Remember, and I foresee this, that of course both of them will not win, and the loser, I'm foreseeing the loser being on the ballot paper in the 2028. Although all facts show that Trump is going to lose. I liked the way they debated. It was so casual. And the problem also that Vance failed to address, and even what's even indicated, was that issue of the elections. He was asked repeatedly two related questions. He was asked if the 2020 elections were rigged or not, and he parlayed that question. And the other question was also on Trump's inciting people to do what Gen Z did to our Kenyan parliament. He parlayed that, and that one also, I think it will cost them a lot, because American likes constitutionality. Remember, he even tried to say that Hillary Clinton disputed the 2016 election. She said it was rigged. But then she just said once, and she did not incite people. And even up to now, she's not even making reference to that. And so I think that one will also contribute to that. I would have wished Kenyan politicians, especially those vying for the presidency, deputy presidency, and governorship, they be given that tape to watch it and understand that having a political difference is not the same as disagreeing with everything that even the other person talks at it. You can even see the comedy of Kioni now supporting Gachagua. It has no relevance, it has no whatever. So the only thing is that it is better to agree with an opponent whom it is better to agree with an opponent when he or she is telling the truth, and to disagree with a friend when he or she is not telling the truth. Bye until we record another video.